right, so does Jerry mean the line that he's always said? I'd write whatever check it takes. I'll write whatever check it takes to win that Super Bowl. Because Odell Beckham elevates you in a very...
Oh, he does. They should have had him last year.
They should have.
They were scared. They were scared to go get him.
This league is more watered down now. And that's the position you probably most need right now as receiver.
I totally agree. I would absolutely... I thought when they didn't make a move at the trade deadline that they did that because of this. They didn't want to incur the cost of another wide receiver. They knew they were going to try to get Odell Beckham.
But are they willing to get involved at what it's going to take? When Jay Glazer says there's a bidding war, are they really going to get involved in a bidding war? Or are they going to say, Odell, 1 year, $2 million? You know, the Cowboys brand, you know what that can do for you?
We're going to boost your brand as if the guy who just won a Super Bowl and was on his way to winning the Super Bowl MVP needs a brand boost.
You ever seen I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker? That scene with Chris Rock where he goes in and he's talking to Isaac Hayes and he's like, give me one rib. And they're like, one order of ribs. And he's like, no, I just want one rib. And he's like, how much is your soda? They're like, $1. And he's like, can you just pour some in my hand for 15 cents?
Sure.
Like, that's the Cowboys negotiating with top tier free agents, is that they just want to.
And I'm okay with that philosophy.
Except now, go for it. You didn't make the deal for Cooks, fine. You didn't want to give up the capital for Cooks. You didn't want to pay the full contract, whatever it was, fine. You need a difference maker. If you really want to win a Super Bowl, if you really want to contend right now, go for it. Odell Beckham is a game changer for this team.
Assuming that he comes back as good as he was last year, which I have no doubt that he will be 100% healthy, like eventually. But that first handful of games back, I mean, we're talking about the guy. The guy did this in February.
Yeah, it's not long ago.
It's 9 months, man. That's 9 months ago.
But in the modern era, like these ACLs aren't. Those injuries are not the same injury.
It's not a 2-year recovery. It's not. But there is an element to that first year back or those first handful of games, and this is not going to be a full year. They would get him, and it'd be a handful of games before the playoffs start.
The meat of the schedule, you mean?
The meat of the schedule. I just don't know that you're going to get that he is a game changer. He'd be a game changer next year.
Let's say this. Is he a team changer? Even if he's not a game changer, with what he could do and how he could improve that receiving core and how he could make them better, does he change the makeup of this team? Does he make this team more dangerous? Regardless of if he's
absolutely.
So if he makes your team better and it's at a position that you need to get better right now where you're not getting things out of Jalen Tolbert that you want. Michael Gallup has not come back the way you wanted. CeeDee Lamb's been good. CeeDee Lamb, if we're being very honest, has not been the guy that they wanted him to be stepping up and being that number one. But don't you want to get him in here now? Get him in here now. Let him improve your team, even if he's not up to elite level. I get it. He's 30. He's had 2 injuries to that knee.
You pay him $20 million a year?
I would. Yeah, just get it.
$20 million?
Pay him whatever. Get it done. Get him in. Well, you tell me it takes. You'll write whatever check it takes. Prove it. Show me. Because you're showing me you didn't want to pay $20 million to Amari Cooper. You tried to do the whole I just want one rib to Dak Prescott. Mess that negotiation up. In fact, the one negotiation that you went here, have it all, was to the freaking running back. Show me that you really believe this team is a contender. Show me that you really believe this team can win a Super Bowl.
I don't know that they believe that.
I think they do. I think they believe it can contend, but I think they believe they can do it for their price. Well, I think we can contend for our price. We don't necessarily have to pay this amount just to increase our odds by 5% or whatever it would be. But I think this you see Christian McCaffrey going to the 49ers. You see the deals that the Eagles make. Like, to me, it's go make one of those moves. And you didn't want to give up the capital, fine. Pay the money.
I agree. Make one. I don't know that this is the move. I don't know. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it, but I'm not gonna go overpay. I'm not gonna get in a bidding war for Odell Beckham. The Eagles, when they trade for somebody, it's a healthy player, typically.
But he's gonna get cleared.
He's gonna get cleared. He's definitely gonna get cleared. There's no doubt about that. But again, like I'm just talking about this year, because if you sign him, I'm assuming you sign him for multiple years.
Probably
this year,
2 years. So
just this season, how effective is he going to be?
Stephen Jones talked last week. Let's just jump back a little bit. Stephen Jones talked last week out at the stadium where he announced the Billy Joel Stevie Nicks concert in April. Brian Broaddus already told me, by the way, he's going to be there because he missed out on Stevie Nicks in college. But Stephen Jones talked about their inability to get a trade done at the deadline.
You know what I always say about close, you're never there till you're there, but it was an intense day and really, felt like we had some things that might work out, but unfortunately they didn't, and on several fronts, and we just weren't able to get it done.
This has been too consistent for this football team, though. Like, it's been a history of deals they can't get done. I know they got done Amari Cooper, that's great. They did not get done, and whether you want to say they were saved from themselves or not, that's fine. But they wanted to get Jamal Adams done, they couldn't. They wanted to get Earl Thomas done, they couldn't. They wanted to get Brandon Cooks done, they couldn't. And this is like going all the way back through contracts. They were interested in Bobby Wagner, they couldn't do it. They wanted to get Von Miller, they couldn't do it. Like, this is just a consistent coming short, not willing to jump all the way in the water. They just want to put their foot in and go like, oh, this feels nice, without actually getting wet.
They don't know. They're doing what the Rangers did with Anthony Rendon.
Yeah,
it was a fake offer.
Well, now they need to do what the Rangers did with Marcus Semien, Kyle Seager, then, or Corey Seager.
Which is what, get two people that nobody really likes.
Come on, why you got to be like that? Why you got to turn this negative? Like, we've already had enough baseball hurt with the Astros this week and everything else. But to me, it's like, if you believe in this team, if you really believe you have a championship defense, you really believe in the ability of this team. I'll tell you who should be number one pounding the table, get this done, is Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, you want to ensure your job's here? You want to ensure
his job's insured.
No, but look, not if it falls apart again. If they're one and done again, and you've got the threat of Dan Quinn leaving.
If they're one and done again, I mean, still, like the way they maintained and excelled with a backup quarterback at a rate that nobody really does.
But if they lose a game like they lost to San Francisco in the playoffs, I bet he's done.
Yeah. Oh man, I would push back against that. I'd be very upset. I would be very upset if they fired him after if they just because
your Friday interviews wouldn't be as good.
Well, they wouldn't be. They'd be also moved to Mondays, I'm sure.
He was very disappointed when you were not here.
As he should be.
He was very sad. The tone changed instantly.
I approve. I appreciate that.
He found out that Bobby Belt was here, and he's like, "Oh crap, this guy."
Well, there's a likability factor to me.
There is.
There is.
But I mean, if you're Mike McCarthy and you want to win a title and you want to ensure your spot here and everything else, and you want to prove that you can do this,
I'm not gonna sit there and say no to Odell Beckham.
How long has Jerry been waiting to undo this? Right, Jimmy?
With the Jimmy thing?
If he wants the credit, go do it. Go make the move. Go make yourself a legitimate Super Bowl contender in a watered down league. You can do. You will instantly shoot up the top of the NFC to me if you go get Odell Beckham. It's the one area they're lacking. It's the one area they're lacking.
I think you think that Odell Beckham is that you're just looking at what he was with the Rams last year.
I don't think so. I'm looking at you can improve your receiving core. If you make your receiving core better, that improves everything else.
He definitely makes the receiving core better. There's no doubt about that. 1,000% he makes your receiving core better. But is he a top 20 receiver?
When he's healthy.
But
he's cleared. He's healthy.
Okay, but is he okay?
Yes, I'm not going to fence right. He's top 20. Yes.
Okay. So being cleared and being healthy. When he's healthy, he's top 20. He will not be top 20 this year.
It'll make me very sad.
Right. He will not be top 20 this year.
We'll see. I mean, I think he's a really good route runner, and I think
he's not better than CD right now.